Did you know that according to a 2024 report on breakfast consumption among U.S. children and adolescents, around 83% of young people in the United States eat breakfast on a given day? The report found no significant difference in breakfast eating habits by race, ethnicity, gender, or age group. However, they did find that breakfast contributes to around 15 to 30% of the total daily energy intake among younger age groups. Here we have a graph that highlights key nutrients such as vitamins, calcium, iron, and potassium that are commonly consumed during this important meal of the day. While breakfast plays a meaningful role in nutrient intake in the United States, many countries, including those in Latin America, have diverse breakfast traditions that influence child growth and dietary health. Therefore, in this video, I'll be showing you different Latin American breakfasts from Ecuador, the Dominican Republic, Mexico, and Colombia, which are cuisines that can be found in my hometown, Passaic, in the state of New Jersey. Our first stop will be in the Palador restaurant. This Ecuadorian place is a bit hidden from its neighboring restaurants. Upon entering, you can hear Spanish music playing in the background and see different flags on display. I ordered a bolón de queso, which comes with fried eggs and steak. The bolón is essentially smashed green plantain rolled up into a ball, mixed with cheese, or you have the option to add pork meat. Surprisingly, when I was cutting the bolón, it wasn't falling apart. The texture was soft as long as it was warm. The steak was chewy and its strong seasoning complemented with the bolón. To drink, I ordered morocho, which is made from milk, cinnamon, and bits of hominy corn. This is a very popular breakfast in Ecuador, however, it originates from Ghana. Ghanaian slaves were first brought to Cuba, which later then migrated to Ecuador, bringing their culture and ingredients. Although Ecuador is the base of local ingredients, including chicken, pork, cereal, bananas, plantains, and cassavas, a study showed that children living in the Amazon rainforest mostly ate starchy and inexpensive packaged food due to the limited income and market diversity. In this video, I'll be rating on 3 categories: taste, presentation, and texture, 0 to 10 points each. This gets a 23 out of 30 points. Our next stop is Martinez Mexican Restaurant. This place is well decorated with traditional Mexican colors and paintings. I ordered huevos rancheros, which translates to ranch-style eggs. It was served with beans, plain rice, and a fried sweet plantain. It also came with homemade tortillas. To drink, I ordered champurrado, which is a Mexican-style hot chocolate. The sweet plantain was crispy and soft. The egg contained tomatoes, jalapenos, and onions and had a nice kick of spice to it. The beans were a bit on the salty side, but it balanced out well with the plain rice. This dish originates in the 18th century in Mexico and was a staple for farm workers because its ingredients were readily available and nutritious, which was a good meal after early morning chores. While this meal is still eaten, Mexican children tend to lean towards breakfast options that are high in sugar and salt, causing diabetes and blood pressure issues at an early age. Overall, I give this dish a 22 out of 30 points. Our third stop is at this Dominican place called El Sabor de la Rubia, translating to the taste of the blonde. Just like in the other 2 restaurants, there was Spanish music playing. They wasted no time and had their Christmas decorations already up. Like the Mexican restaurant, you order your food first and then choose the table you want to sit with. To drink, I ordered avena con maní, which is oatmeal with peanut bits inside with cinnamon. I decided to order the famous mangú con tres golpes, which is smashed green plantains with fried eggs, fried cheese, and fried salami. It also came with red onions. The mangú had a thick and gooey texture, which I'm guessing is because they didn't add a lot of water into the mix. The salami and the onions really brought all the flavors together. I took a bite of everything and it was very satisfying to my taste buds. I found out that In the Dominican Republic, children from the southeast region were significantly taller and heavier than those in North and the Caribbean region. This is primarily because they had more access to fiber vitamins such as vitamin A and vitamin C, calcium, and zinc. Overall, I give this dish a 24 out of 30 points. Finally, our last stop is at Arepa Express, a Colombian restaurant and bar. Obviously, there was Spanish music playing. I really liked the interior design. I ordered a arepa filled with shredded chicken, cheese, guacamole, and their homemade white sauce. Arepas are corn cakes made from maize corn, which are historically cultivated by indigenous people in regions of what is now Colombia and Venezuela. The guacamole wasn't as spicy as I thought it'd be, but it had a nice lime taste, giving it flavor to the tender chicken. I ordered a mango smoothie, which was very refreshing and did not have that artificial. The name arepa likely comes from the indigenous word for corn, arepa. The traditional Colombian dietary pattern includes maize along with dairy, potatoes, cereals, fried foods, coffee, panela, and meats. However, rising consumptions of highly processed foods, especially among young adults aged 15 to 29, had led many to shift towards an industrialized dietary pattern, increasing risk of high cholesterol, overweight, and cardiovascular and respiratory diseases. Overall, I give this dish a 26 out of 30 points. In the end, the breakfast traditions of Ecuador, Mexico, Colombia, and the Dominican Republic reflect a rich blend of cultural diversity shaped by indigenous practices, African influences, and regional ingredients. While similarities such as the central role of maize and the shared evolution of plantain-based diets highlights deep historical connections, each country's food culture has developed on its own unique identity. Understanding these traditions is especially important today as dietary patterns, particularly among children, play a crucial role in shaping lifelong health and development.